What's going on, guys? Mr. Gill in the house. Y'all doing okay? That's great. I want to start with some good news with you guys. Man, you've knocked out over 62,000 math problems, so you're doing a pretty good job. And we got lots of kids that completed all 12 assignments. You guys want to pick it up a little bit for those who have not done the 12 assignments. You still got time to do your 12 assignments that you have not done. For those who've done the 12 assignments, you guys are awesome. Just keep working at it. I give a lot of grades. I give a lot of grades. I put a lot of grades in Power School. Yes, you're going to be sweating when you get finished with this class. I give a lot of grades. Nothing is done in vain in this classroom. So let's, in virtual land, Mr. Gill's class, nothing is done in vain. You do the work, you get the grade. Just try to make a passing grade if you can. That's all I ask. Make a passing grade. If you make 100, that's good. If you make a 60, well, that's passing. But if you want to do better, go ahead and do better. Let me know. I'll change your grade in Power School. But keep up the good work. Like I said, we've done over 60,000 problems in virtual land math. All right, today's lesson is another transformation called rotation. That's right. We've talked about dilation where you can shrink it or you can stretch it. We talked about translation when you slide. We talked about reflection when you just look in the mirror at yourself. Now we're going to talk about rotation. Rotation is nothing more than a turn. It's nothing more than a turn. That's all it is to it. You can turn 90 degrees clockwise, 180 degrees clockwise, 270 degrees clockwise, and back to 360. That's right. Or you can turn counterclockwise. You can turn counterclockwise 90 degrees, counterclockwise 180 degrees, counterclockwise 270 degrees, and back to 360. That's the way it is. You can do it. Rotation is nothing but a turn. So there are rules for rotation. Right now, I want you to get out paper and pencil. You want to take some notes on this because there are rules that you have to go by with rotation. There are rules you got to write down. I want you to write them down. If you don't write them down, look at the video again because you will be doing some problems involving rotation. Here we go. All it is for rotation class, let's say if you had, okay, let's go with it. Of course, this is your y and this is your x-axis right here. And all you have to do, let's start. This is going to be CW. And somebody's like, what does CW mean? It means it means clockwise. So you start right here. That's a turn. And then go right here, 180. And then you go right here, 270. And then you back where you came from, 360. You know what a 360 is. You know those guys be turning around doing that 360 dunk. Bam! You know what I'm talking about. 360. Something only I can dream about doing on a basketball court. Yeah, I only dream. Yes, only a dream. So you start out with 1/4 turn right here, and then you go to this 1/2 turn, and then you go to this 3/4 turn, and then that 4/4 turn right there. 360. That's all it is to it. Clockwise. Like a clock. You see the clock. You know clock run. Clockwise. 1/4, 90 degrees, 1/2, 180 degrees, 3/4, and 4/4. And I'm gonna give you some rules for 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. And so if you got, let's start right here. This would be CCW. CCW. CCW means counterclockwise. So start right here, 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then 180 degrees counterclockwise, and then 270 counterclockwise, and then you back up here to the 360. We're not going to be talking about 360. We're going to be talking about the other one. The 90 degrees is the 1/4 turn in the quadrant, and then you got another turn will be 180. It's one half, and then 3/4 turn and back to 360. A rotation in the coordinate plane is nothing but a turn. We're not going to graph any today, but we are going to find the points, and there are rules you must follow to get the right answer. I want you to write them down. There are rules that you must follow. Rules for rotation. Here we go. Rules for rotation. 90 degrees. If they ask you to do 90 degrees clockwise, you ought to flip it. Let's see if I give you this right here. 2, 3. You flip 2, 3. What I mean by flip it, I mean turn it around. That's what I mean by flip. When I say flip it, that means turn it around. And so 2, 3 will be 3, 2. And then after you flip it, you change the second number. That's your answer. You got the point. You flip it. You change the second number. That's 90 degrees clockwise. That's all there is to it. You got the coordinate. You flip it. You change the second number. You got the coordinate. You flip it. You change the second number. That is the rule for 90 degrees clockwise. You got to know the rules. You have to know the rules. Counterclockwise. You got right here, you got some coordinates. You flip it, and then you change the first number. What I did was I flipped it right here, and then I changed the first number. That's all there is to it. You see that 7, 8 right here? I flipped it, and I changed the first number. What I mean by change the first number, I mean get the opposite of the first number. That's what I mean by when I say change the number, get the opposite of the number. That's what I mean by that. Rules for rotation. You got 90 degrees clockwise. If you got a point, you flip it, change second number. That's all you do. If you got counterclockwise, you flip it, and then you change the first number. Everybody see? Let's get this out of the way right here so we won't get confused. And then everybody got it. See what I've done? Now, for 270 clockwise, you flip it. Here we go. You flip it. You see what it says 2 and 3 right here? Everybody see this 2 and 3? Whoa, let's get rid of that. That 2 and 3. I flipped it to 3, 2. And then I changed the first number. That's the rule for 270. That's right. That's the rule for 270. You flip it. It's almost like the rules for the 90 degree one. You flip it, and then you change the first number. Here's another one. -6, -8. I flipped it, and then I changed the first number, which was 8, -6. What I mean by change, get the opposite. You know, like the opposite of -2 is 2. The opposite of -1 is 1. The opposite of 1 is -1. Get the opposite. 270 counterclockwise. I got 7 and 10 right here. I flipped it to 10 and 7, and then I changed the second number. It's not 10 and 7 anymore. It's 10 and -7. This one right here, Negative 8 and 12. I flipped it, and then I changed the second number to a positive 8. It's 12 and 8. Everybody see it? Yeah, that's a lot of rules. You get to know the rules, man. You got to know those rules up there for rotation. That's a lot of rules to know. But I'm going to show you a shortcut, but I'm not showing you right now. You probably can figure it out on your own right now. This is the long way. And besides, you should be taking notes anyway. If not, watch the video again. Slow it up. Put it in slow motion. There we go. And the last one is 180. Um, hold tight. This, Simone, Simone, Simone. 180 is kind of simple. Do not repeat. Do not flip the numbers on 180. Do not flip the numbers on 180. All you have to do is, it's no flip. You just bring the numbers over and you change both numbers. See where I got negative 8 and 9? Now it's 8 and negative 9. You just change both. You have to change both numbers. You change both numbers on 180. There's no flip. Don't flip it. If you flip on 180, you're going to get the problem wrong. It's just that simple. You see right here? Negative 6 and negative 3 becomes 3 and 6. There's no flip. I didn't flip it. All I did was change. I got the opposite of both numbers. Y'all see that 10 and 3? I didn't flip it. I changed it to negative 10, negative 3. There's no flip, but you change both numbers on 180 degrees. Everybody got it? So let these rules marinate. Let them marinate in your mind. Yes. You got 90 degrees clockwise. You got 90 degrees counterclockwise. You got 180 degrees rotation. You got 270 degrees clockwise. You got 270 degrees counterclockwise. Make sure you can get it done. Let's do some examples. Let's do some problems right quick. Here we go, right here. Sucky, sucky. All right, sucky, sucky. Here we go. Do this 90 degrees clockwise. Remember what I said about 90 degrees? What did I say about 90 degrees clockwise? Change the second number. So here's your answer right here. Negative 3, negative 8. You is finished. That's your answer. Flip. Flip. Whoa. Back up. Back it up. Back it up. That's negative 3. That's negative 3. Negative 3, 8. Oh, back it up. Flip it first. That's right. After you flip it, oh my God, I almost forgot myself. After you flip it, then you change the second number. Sorry about that. Yeah, make sure you flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. There we go. 90 degrees clockwise. You flip it, change the second number. See, this right here becomes this. That's your answer. Okay, let's do another one. Negative 1, negative 1. Let's make a positive 1. And then you want to do 270 degrees counterclockwise. 270 counterclockwise. And all you have to do is flip it. Here we go. Flip it, which would be 1, negative 1 after I flipped it. And then, what did I tell you about 270? You change the second number. Your answer is going to be 1 and 1. 270 counterclockwise. You flip it. You see where I flipped it right there. And then I changed the second number for 270 counterclockwise. Try one more. Let's get her done here. Let's do 180 degree rotation. Suppose we got negative 6 and 8. Guess what? No flipping. I said not to flip, but I did say change both numbers. So your answer is going to be 6 and negative 8. That's your answer right there. 180 is kind of easy. You don't have to remember much. On that rotational 90 degrees and 270, you got to remember all that flipping and then you have to change the second number, change the first number, not blah 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 blah. So that's why you have to take notes on this baby. All right, let's try this one right here. 90 degrees clockwise. So I'm gonna give you -10 and -12. The very first thing you're gonna do, you're going to flip it. And then after you flip it, what I tell you to do on clockwise, you're gonna change the second number, baby. So that'll be -12 and 10, and that is your answer right there after you flip it. So you get to flip it on 90 degrees clockwise, 90 degrees counterclockwise, 270 clockwise, 270 counterclockwise. No flipping on 180. That's rotation for you. So when I give you the sum of IXL, they're going to ask you to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise and write the points. This is going to be kind of easy. If you got your notes, you should be able to make 100 on this one assignment I'm going to give you. Now we're going to be doing some graphing maybe on later this week, and I'm going to show you a shortcut on how to graph by just looking at the shape and rotating it. But I'm not going to show you that shortcut. Some of you might already figure it out. Some of you smart people out there, but I'm not going to show you right now. You're going to have to learn the long way, or else maybe you can Google it or something. I'm not going to show you right now. I want you to learn the long way. Spend some time with it. Don't be spending 2 minutes on rotation. You need about an hour on rotation. That's right. Okay. Any questions, comments, snide remarks out in virtual land? That's right. If you do, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. But maybe you can email me. I got you covered. But you look at you look at this video first. Let it marinate in your mind. Then we'll talk about it. Okay, now, as usual, boys and girls, as usual, um, let's see what we can get done here. Let's just have a bunch of this going on. You know what I'm saying? Little artwork. Yep. I don't know why I like this color so much, but here we go. Okay, cover the little spots up. Cover the little spots up. Here's some of these spots. All right, get some of these spots out of the way. Oh man, come on. What I didn't do that. Okay, we're going to do some circles here. Okay, we got that going on. And then we're going to have this right here. And then and then and then we're going to write I love math. How's that? For those who can't see this, there we go, right there. How's that? Isn't that awesome? Okay, boys and girls, until next time in virtual and math, Mr. Gill is signing off.